Morning, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Love 500. If you see the car behind me, this may look familiar. This car has been here twice before. This is Project Christian. If you've been with me for some time, you would have seen this car on 2 occasions. Let's explain why we've got it and what we're going to do with it and where it's been. Let's go. So, Project Christian. I originally bought this car from Copart in 2021. It's a cat-in, very minor damage. It was a really nice car, 16-inch wheels, a lounge, 62 plate. Sold it in September 2021 to a young lady in Biggin Hill. In September, no, sorry, that was September 2021. In January 2023, she just passed her driving test. The next day, she rolled it in a country lane. We got the car back, re-repaired it. If you want to see those videos, if you want to see the most recent one, which is where she rolled it and I re-repaired it, click on the link above. That will take you to the first video. I'll link to that series and the original series at the end of this video. But we've now bought this car back. She is buying herself a Mini, which was delivered yesterday. I've had the car back 3 days, been parked up the road. Today, we're just going to go over it, have a look, see what needs doing again. Some of it needs doing again. Needs to tidy up, clean up, probably a service. Cam belt luckily has been done. It was done before I got the car. I sold it on 68,000. It's now done 82,000. The cam belt was done in 2020, so it is 5 years ago. But I'm not going to be redoing it. It's only done 25,000, 30,000 since that was done. So I'm not going to redo it. Because I want to sell this cheap. I'll tell you what I paid for it at the end of the video. Let's go. Let's show you exactly what we got. I say some of you probably remember this because I didn't realise it was that long ago. Actually, it seemed more recent than that. But it was a freezing cold winter in 2023. Let's go. Let's show you the car. Okay, so this is the good side. So the re-damaged was on the other side. It rolled up onto a bank in some ice. We do have this wing was replaced when I did the car originally. It's now got a bit of a scuff on it. I think, yeah, a lot of that will come off actually, but we can paint that, hopefully, sort that out. Along here, there's just a few scratches, nothing major, nothing much at all. I'm going to give it a clean. Tyres wise, that tyre has had it, hasn't it? That tyre is all cracked along there. That needs to be that's gonna have to be replaced. It's a shame because it's a good tyre. As I say, 16-inch wheels, which is quite unusual. The 195, I can't see it on here, where is it? 195, 45, 16, yeah. So we're gonna have to put new tyres on it, or used tyres. Well, I say on it, I don't know about the other wheels, but that one for definite, because that's gonna, I don't think that would fail the MOT, but it'd certainly be a advisory, if nothing else. We'll look at the rest as we go around. So, country lanes, it's been, I don't know if you can see that, all scratched on that. That should all polish out fine, that shouldn't be an issue. A few scratches on there. The bumpers are quite different on this. Don't know why, whether that's, I didn't replace that previously, whether that's been replaced at some point. I suspect it probably has, because it is a different colour. I replaced this chrome strip. That chrome strip was snapped, and I think I paid something like 60 quid for a brand new one. She's lost that. That's been a bit of a scrape. You know what these girls are like, it's tiny cars, but they still get scraped up, especially at the back. I'm assuming bloody planes. Assuming that's probably been removed, but obviously we'll take that sticker out. So yeah, a lot of country lane sort of hedgerow scrapes, but I think, as I say, I think that'll all polish out. Should do. We can fix that, not a problem. This tyre, that tyre needs replacing as well. Good tread in the middle, but on the edge, gone. Yeah, so they definitely need replacing. Headlights are fine. It's gone back to its original plate. She had it on, when I repaired it last, she had it on a private plate. They are a bit naff, these plates, so I think I'm probably going to get some new ones. I also replaced the bonnet with another bonnet, which matches nicely. Because that was this. It's basically this corner. I'll put some pictures on screen now so you can see what it looked like at that time. The bumper was damaged on that corner. We repaired that. Again, she scraped it again, so it's got to be repaired again. Something going on down there as well, but we'll probably leave that. Tyres, probably okay. Yeah, not fantastic, but as long as there's no chunks out the side of it, I'm not going to replace that one. I'm not going to replace them all if I can, because, you know, if I put new tyres on it, that's 200 quid. So I don't want to be doing that really. Or, you know, part ones, they're 35 quid each. These might be more because they're 16 inch. In fact, they probably won't even have 16 inch ones. That's pretty shit as well. That's all cracked there as well. Yeah. Cheap tyres, I suppose. That's what happens, is it? I don't know. Now, damage-wise over here, we had some damage to this rear quarter, which I repaired, which doesn't look too bad, actually. Now, the only issue with all of this, so that door was in a different colour. It also is too low as well. I've got the tool now to hire it, so I'll do that. That door was, I can't remember if it was black or metallic dark grey, I can't remember. But I basically painted that rear quarter, painted that door. And the wing, it's not that bad, but because that was 1K that I used previously, and it's gone a bit on the flat side. So initially what I'm going to try and do is wet sand it and polish it and see if it comes up shiny again, because it's just gone a bit on the flat side. This is coming off. This was glued on by me. Not very well by the looks of it, to be honest. What all these marks are here. Just wet my finger. I think they'll come off. But we need to glue that on. That was scratched up before. We left that as it was. Sorry, that. Which I'll leave as it is again. So that just needs to be restuck just in that corner. And then that'll be fine. So bit iffy there. We're going to have to do something with that there. This bit was repaired here. There was a great big scrape here, which doesn't look too bad actually. I've repaired it, but I didn't think it was that fantastic, but it don't actually look too bad. And again, here it was damaged as well. Again, I repaired it. It's a little bit out of shape here, but we left that, and I'm going to leave that again. That all seems to work okay, and it all sort of lines up nicely as it should. But yeah, it's a tiny little bit out of, sorry, I don't know if I was pointing at it, tiny little bit out of shape here, but we're leaving that as it is. We're not doing anything with that. We repaired that as best to the best of my ability last time, and it's not too bad. It's not too bad. We also had a dig up here, which I repaired, which is okay, but something's going on with it. So we need to try to sort of, again, 1K lacquer, so it's not really kept very well. But if I touch these bits of paint up, try and polish that bit out, and then we'll wet sand that and see if we can get it to shine as it should. Car is dirty at the moment, which doesn't help, but that whole side is very, very flat, apart from this wing. So this wing was replaced with another wing, and I thought that the colour was completely different, but it doesn't actually. Certainly in this light here, it doesn't actually look completely different. So I think hopefully we'll get away with it, because I was thinking that I might have to paint this wing in the same as that, but then of course that would throw the bonnet out, blah blah blah. But I think we might be able to get away with that, not doing that. So what I'm hoping, if this doesn't cut and polish, what I'll probably do is cut it again and re-lacquer it. Don't think I need to repaint it, just need to re-lacquer it. And then it'll be nice and shiny using the 2K. And the rear quarter as well. See, I'd probably, because I was using 1K then, you know, I've moved on a bit since to January, wasn't it? January 2023. So we're 2.5 years. No, what are we? Sorry, I've forgotten where we are. January 2023. Yeah, 2.5 years later now. So I can't believe that's 2.5 years ago. That's incredible. We moved on with technique, moved on with my skill level, and I've also moved on with the products that I use, now using that 2K lacquer. So it's not the end of the world if I have to do that. I'm not going to take the door off or anything. I'll just mask it all up and just get it re-lacquered. And hopefully that will make it nice and shiny like the wing. Because I think the colour's okay, you know. It's just very flat. I could have sworn it looked different, the colour. But so that back bumper looks probably worse. It's all right here because I think I painted the corner of that, but over here, definitely different. But I'm not doing anything with that. That's staying as it is. That's about it on the outside. I say that's about it. It's enough, isn't it? It is a little bit rough up here. So I might actually repaint that. I might do that again. Rub it down and don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I think this is going to be a cheap car. In fact, yes, it is going to be a cheap car. 82,000 miles it's done, so it's not low mileage, but it's not mega high. As long as it's mechanically sound and it looks half decent, it should be all right. And bearing in mind I sold that white one recently, which was a non-cat car for £2,000. I think probably this is going to be about the same. But it does need, you know, if I have to buy 4 new tyres at over £200 for 4 new tyres, they're about 53, 55 quid each. You know, so we're looking at over £200. I could buy a set of 15-inch alloys for less than that. Whether they would have decent tyres or not, I don't know. But I could. So I'm going to have to weigh that up because I don't think I'll get part warns on the 16-inch. What was that one? Yeah, that one was gone. So we've almost all 4 of them need doing. Now, another thing that makes me think that that's what we'll do is on the MOT history on this. I can't remember when this is MOT to. I'll stick it on screen now, but I think I've got a feeling it's relatively soon. I can't remember. But on the last MOT, it said the front 2 wheels are slightly. How did it word it? I don't think they used the word warped. Slightly out of true, deformed in some way. I guess they've got it up on the ramps and they're spinning the wheels, and it may be they're slightly warped. I don't know, but that was the 2 front wheels. So based on that, obviously they haven't changed those front wheels. They haven't done anything with it. As far as I know, it doesn't affect the driving of the car. So that will obviously always, presumably, as long as they notice on another MOT, will always come up. So that just sort of adds fuel to the fact of replacing all 4, doesn't it? If I can get a set of 4 with decent tyres on, we could then sell the back 2 and just maybe scrap those 2. That might be a better idea. What do you think? Let me know what you think. Let me show you inside. Right, inside, normal thing. A bit grubby. Seats need a clean, which I will do today, as it's going to be a nice day today. Yeah, it's all right inside. It's okay. It's fine, actually. I say the only thing that isn't fine, let me just shut the door, which I didn't know about. There you go, 82,863 miles. When we start it up, which it starts fine, as you can see, fuel cut off unavailable, start stop unavailable, and we got the airbag light up. And start stop is not working either. Yeah, start stop unavailable. So I didn't know about that, and also Blue Me don't work. So there's obviously some issues around there. Now, vaguely recall when I did this before, the Blue Me didn't work. Vaguely recall, and I tried to do a proxy alignment and it didn't work. And I said to her, you know, if you want it repaired at some point, you know, I repair them. So I could repair the Blue Me, But I think what I'm going to do, I'll take the Blue Me out and repair it and keep it as a spare. But I think what I'll do is I've got some of those single DIN stereos. I think I'm going to put one of those in. They're about 80 quid, just under 80 quid. Oh, there you go, look, flashing mileage. They're about 80 quid, so I'm going to put one of those in, like I put in that last pop that I sold. But the engine sounds okay. I think I've only driven it from literally 100 yards up the road, so as far as I know it drives all right. I didn't drive it, I just sort of took it on trust type thing. Yeah, wasn't aware of that, but I think just going back in memory, what I need to do is look back at the old videos actually, because I would have mentioned it, so I'll have to do that. Probably stick a new set of mats in it. Let's pop the bonnet and show you the engine. Right, actually let's just stop the engine, we don't need to leave it running. Aircon works. I'm not sure it's massively cold, and you can hear a hissing coming from the compressor. From memory, that means it needs a top up. I say airbag. Cam belt has been done. Was 5 years ago, but as I say, I'm not doing it again. I think, yeah, I remember pointing that out before. I was trying to work out what that is, 17th of the 12th, but there's no year, but I tracked it down to it being done in 2020, the year before I got it. But yeah, it's funny that wasn't a new airbox. That's a bit loose, I think. Oh yeah, there's a bolt missing on there, so we need to, I think that's rattling, so obviously we need to sort that out. We have got a new battery in it, which I think I put in. I think that was a battery that I put in. Bosch, no it can't be, I wouldn't have bought a Bosch battery, so she must have put that in. Yeah, I've never bought a Bosch battery, so yeah, that's probably an expensive Halfords one. I'll check the oil in a minute. That is broken. I wish you could buy these brackets and buy these bottles separately, but you can't, you have to buy the entire thing. So we'll repair that as best I can, but obviously that'll be cable tie job. I'm not putting a new one of those on. If it was a £3,000 car, maybe I would, but no, I'm not going to. That was broken before. For some reason that is broken again. It looks like other tabs are broken as well, because it's all loose. So that's obviously been hit again. So that needs repairing again. So that was, no, this must have been a new headlight. Yeah, it was a new headlight, of course. That was completely destroyed. So this was a new headlight that I bought when I fixed it before. Whatever she's done to it, it's broken again, so we'll have to take that off. She's obviously had a little hit here, so that's obviously broken probably all of the tabs. So I think I've got a tab kit. If not, I'll get one, which is about 14 quid. So there's a few little niggly bits to do on it, but nothing major really. And then hopefully I think we'll be able to knock it out for a couple of thousand. Is it worth a bit more than that? Maybe, don't know. 62, it's done 82,000 miles, so it's quite high on the miles. So I think either £2,000 or 1995 or maybe 250, something like that. What do you think? How much do you think I should put this out for? Well, let me know. A lot of this stuff on the bumper is new because they were damaged. That's new. I think they were probably second hand, and actually they were probably all right. A little bit scraped up, but say we repaired this last time. We didn't replace the bumper. It was all right. But if I don't know if you pick it up on camera, if you stand here, you can see the shine of the wing, and then it goes into a completely flat door. So possibly a wet sand and then a polish might be enough to do it. Right, let's have a look. That's my neighbour, in case you hadn't noticed. It's quite black, the oil. It doesn't even register. She's never had it serviced as far as I know. There's nothing in the book, so I don't think she's ever had it serviced since I sold it to her in 2021. Which again, we're talking 4 years ago. So there's no what. She obviously hasn't checked the oil. We'll do a service on it. When I started it up this morning, it was a bit, not chuggy, but it was a bit, the needle was a bit until it calmed down a bit. So I might change the plugs as well, because you know I wouldn't have changed the plugs when I did this car originally, and she's quite clearly not had it serviced. So let's have a look at the air filter, because I would have serviced it when I did it, and I don't reckon it's been serviced since then. Yeah, that's not been touched. So yeah, yeah, clearly that's not been serviced for 4 years. I mean, that's not done massive mileage. What was it? What did I say it was when I sold it to her? Was it 60 something? It's now 82. So yeah, I mean, it's well overdue for a service. What is it with these girls that they put petrol in these cars and then never have them serviced? It's crazy. So we'll do a service on it. We'll change the plugs. We'll change the oil filter, the oil. We'll change the air filter. Hopefully, it might run a little bit better then, and we can stamp the book up, obviously, you know, with a new service. I need to double check that MOT, but I think it needs one, so we'll get a new MOT on it. Check everything else, make sure everything else works. As I say, we can put that stereo in, and hopefully this will sort itself out, and we will sell this off as a cheap car, hopefully. You know, we had 17 people after that last one. Although currently I have 2 cars up for sale, which are not selling, and I don't know why. We'll cross that bridge and talk about that another time. But yeah, at that price point, at £2,000, I think it will fly out. Let me know your thoughts. Right, so that is the end of the walk around on. Well, obviously, we're going to call it Project Christian again. We'll probably call it Project Christian, the third return, or the second return, or whatever, I don't know. We'll give it whatever we're going to call it. New number plates, service, sort out the paintwork, sort out the blue and me, install the stereo, clean the seats, clean it all inside, touch up any bits of paint that need touching up, wet sand it, etc, etc. Airbag ECU, I've got a feeling it's going to be knackered, so we need to get one of those ordered. Tyres, wheels, sorry about that, battery ran out. Yeah, so there's a fair bit to do, and there's a little bit of cost in there. Airbag ECU, the stereo, which don't necessarily have to put in, but I want to. Airbag ECU, tyres or wheels, that all adds up, doesn't it? But service items, etc, etc. So not massive amount of costs, you know. I haven't got to buy panels, anything like that, which is good. Cost wise, so I'll say I was thinking about selling it for £2,000. I paid £700 for it, which she was happy with. I told her, you know, We Buy Any Car, you'll be lucky to get 300 quid from We Buy Any Car, which I don't think she even inquired about. She might have done, but I said, look, I can do, best I can do is 700, and she was happy with that. So yeah, gave 700 quid for it. How much am I going to spend? 400? Wheels or tyres, airbag ECU potentially, bit of paint, bit of this. So if I was to spend somewhere between 300 and 400 quid and sell it for 2, I could make 600 or 700 quid of profit, couldn't I? Not going to take that long, and it'd be a nice little car for someone. So again, let me know your thoughts. This video will be going out before the car has been finished. Some of my more recent videos, car's been done, and I got one car that I sold weeks and weeks ago, which you've not seen any videos on yet. You may have seen it sitting in the background, but you haven't actually seen the car at all. Because I'm part-time at work now, I'm doing this more. So I've got more videos, which is why I've been releasing midweek videos, and this will be a midweek video. So yeah, the car is still in progress when you see this video, which will be next Wednesday. So give me your thoughts, let me know what you think I should do. What should I do about these wheels and tyres, etc, etc. I think if I can get some for a decent price, that would probably be better. Wheels, I mean, new wheels with decent tyres if I can. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, if you're not a subscriber, hit that button. Subscribe to the channel and give us a thumbs up. It really helps the channel, and it is free of charge. There is no cost whatsoever. Apparently apparently YouTube are now starting to auto dub videos. So if you are in a foreign country and you normally watch with subtitles, it's going to dub them apparently. That'll be interesting. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, let me know what your thoughts are on this. Until the next one, take care, stay safe, and we'll see you soon.